essentially, the place we begin talking about, I guess, is in the vast network of a nervous system in the first place, and the ways in which neurological structures are created, connected. The essential, I guess, foundation of that process we should talk about is that tiny neurons, when they first assemble, are microtubules. And there is a ability of those microtubules to carry current across them. And most of the connections that a nervous system makes aren't able to maintain themselves. When we look at the world of NMDA antagonists, there are a number of drug agents that are out, that are in the world, and we're not here necessarily to talk about the drug agents, but they become the source for a lot of information because there are companies that want to confirm the action of that particular drug, so they pay the money to take a look at that process.
So I really like this this paper. It talks about just different common botanicals in terms of the effect on BDNF. What was really interesting in this paper is that it said we're specifically not including turmeric because turmeric is so well studied on its effects in BDNF. So it was purposefully left out of this. And so, clearly it would have a really great role. But looking at all, and there's many more botanicals that affect BDNF, but specifically looking at these botanicals and how many of them are actually have been studied in either neurodegenerative conditions or in some type of mental health condition. And then another thing that most plants have in common, right, are their polyphenols. And the studies looking at polyphenols and the benefits of just having a diet that is rich in colors and the effects of those polyphenols on increasing neuroplasticity, I think are all really, really important.
Last thoughts to maybe that we haven't discussed yet. I did make a slide for turmeric, and Mary already talked about that turmeric's well-studied role in BDNF and as an inflammation modulator, anti-inflammatory, of course. And, I think since it hasn't been mentioned yet, the role of inflammation and neuroinflammation in mood is starting and will become really, really important. Just put a couple more slides here just to show you beautiful plants, really, and plants that I think many of us use for PTSD and depression and anxiety. Crataegus has got those beautiful anthocyanins that Mary mentioned that are so good for brain remodeling, potent antioxidants, or we could call it a nutrient-dense food. Holy basil, which is traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicine to just open the heart. And for me, if I were to think about a stressful experience, part of my response or many people's response to that is that, we close down a bit emotionally. And so holy basil is such a nice way to help bring somebody back into a place where they can interact with others.